Good evening, Hardcore League. We are at week 4. We're at week 4, and we have a special guest with us this evening. He goes by the name Go Bears 2, but we'll be going by a new name this week. He's going to be our fabulous Colts Lover 2 going into this week since he did lose the bet. Let's introduce Lucas, everybody.
Yo.
All right. So, what we're going to do... Oh, you need to scoot over.
Yeah.
All right. Lucas just bought Madden 12. And
Totally cool.
this thing is tight. This thing is cool. Let me show you something. Let's go. Let me show you something. All right. So, he's on Madden 12. And he can pull up our rankings from NFL.com, which is pretty cool. I mean, granted, you can do that from any PlayStation 3, but this is actually linked into Madden 12. See, there you see Go Bears 2. You see Spidey Sense and Haters Gonna. You see all of us right there. That is freaking cool. I'm sorry, that is freaking cool. But anyways, better. Okay. Back into the game. All right. So this week, there were a lot of weird wins. Buffalo beat New England. Carolina lost, of course. Who was the other? Oh, Detroit winning by the field goal in overtime. And our favorite, Green Bay, just stomping the crap out of Chicago, which was just amazing.
A sad day.
It was phenomenal.
A very sad day.
Nothing makes me happier than Cutler being on his ass the whole game. So
yeah, just what can I say about the Colts? You know, they're such a good team. I love the Colts. Go Colts.
Amazing team, I think. I think Kerry Collins is going to take them all the way.
Oh yeah,
all the way.
Certainly is. And who didn't they just pick up Orlovsky from the Detroit Lions, the guy that they waived because he was horrible?
They're going all the way here.
Yeah.
They're going big or going home.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, Colts Lover 2. We're going to start it off with, let's go with Bad of the Bone again. And Jake, Evans Eagles. Now, the predictions here, I'm not necessarily agreeing with. I honestly think here, this is where, what's his name? Josh is going to get your win. I think, Josh, you're going to get your win here. I think with, Jake is stacked, but I think if Josh is going to beat anybody here, I think he's gonna take it this week.
But
what are your opinions on this?
If you do not win this week, you have to do something. Start making some changes. Start making some trades because you're gonna suck the whole year if you don't do it now.
That is true. You really can't go 0-5. And I know you've proposed a couple trades to me this week, and I couldn't do it. Which, by the way, I did pick up a couple people looking for a trade. But I think you proposed, you said you were going to give me, you wanted to trade Cam Newton for Fitzgerald. And I told you I couldn't do that because I, in my opinion, think Cam Newton's blow-up period, it won't blow up anymore than it has. I think he's going to be at a steady pace of what he did last week, to be honest. I think his 30s and 40s range is pretty much done. I think he's going to be stuck in the 20s for probably the rest of the year, which is good. It's good for a rookie quarterback, but I don't think it's great. I think his blow-up period is done. On top of the fact, well, go ahead.
When I think of Cam Newton, I think of him as a rookie Michael Vick. He runs a lot, does a lot of throwing on the run, but guess what? Once he starts getting beaten up, the game's going down.
That is true. What if, Jake, you are going to win this game? Breeze, which is done, had a great 4 weeks for, well, not really last week, but he's had a great 3 weeks for you. I think Sproles is what's been his 3 weeks. That's been fantastic, which, by the way, I hate you. I've been trying to get Sproles for a long time now, and you just won't trade for some reason. So to be honest, I think we're going to have a Breeze a Breeze Sproles moment on your team
Mhm.
if you're going to do anything.
And I totally think Rhodey White is going to be able to come back. He's had a rough couple weeks with just their offensive line not being able to hold up for Matt Ryan to be able to throw the ball, but I think that he's going to come back and you're going to have a good week for
But
him.
at the same time, Matt Ryan has been hitting off Tony Gonzalez all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He is the touchdown king right now
Yeah.
for Atlanta Falcons. Rhodey White will bring in your yardage,
Mm-hmm.
but I think when it comes to the red zone, he's not going to look for White, and that's going to be the problem for White. And actually, I'm trading him in. I think my one of my other leagues. I traded Rhodey White for someone. I can't remember, but that was my main reason is because I don't think his touchdowns are done. But which,
Mm-hmm.
by the way, Josh, you do need to change your lineup here. Granted, you do have your Gronk and I mean you Cam Newton, Frank Gore, but Blount he's been all 4 weeks, and Jordy Nelson. I mean you never know who Rodgers is going to throw to. He has so
Mhm.
many guys out there. Like I mean, what
Yeah.
Finley got like 40 points last week. It was absolutely
ridiculous.
insane. Absolutely insane. But with this game, I honestly think it's going to be a low-scoring game, even with Breeze in. I think we're looking at. I think both of you guys are going to be less than 100 here. I really do. I think you're going to be looking at 90s, high 80s for both teams here.
That's where I'll disagree just a little bit. I think you're going to be around 100, 110, somewhere in there. Yeah. Yeah.
No. But anyways, so we're back. Let's go back to you do your game last. Let's do Anthony and Ryan. Anthony did win last week. He beat Mason, and I think the only reason he really we'll talk about Mason later. But Anthony, you finally got your win there. Which was that was hilarious. I was laughing the whole weekend how you just stomped the crap out of Mason. But anyways, like I said, we'll talk about it later. I personally think Anthony may come off with another win here, which is going to screw you, Ryan, because I think you've lost 2 in a row here. You won your first game, and that was it. And you are hurting. And I know we've been talking back and forth today about some trades and stuff like that you were wanting because obviously you're realizing that you're hurting. And you wrote me and said, hey, are you willing to trade for someone because I really want to change things up. So this is where you really need to change things up here because, in my opinion, I think Anthony's going to have a good game. Reason why. I think Matt Ryan is going to have an extremely good game this week. They've been playing some sort of tough teams, and they've been wanting to get in the system. And just like you said, Rhodey White is going to come back here.
Yeah.
He won't be your red zone guy, king, but he will be there, and Matt Ryan has him.
Yeah.
On top of Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson has done absolutely nothing these past 4 weeks. Really, absolutely nothing. I think he's going to do something this week. Cleveland's defense is horrible. I think they're going to run it, and they're going to throw it down their throat. And Forte's been an absolute genius. So
yeah, look for him to come back from last week because last week was a hard game for him. This week, I do expect him to do a lot better, especially going against the Carolina defense that's not that stout.
And I think Forte is actually a top 3 running back right now. It's between Fred Jackson, Forte, and McFadden.
Yeah.
So I mean, those guys are absolutely blowing up, and I think Rice was ranked like 5th right now, so that really sucks for me. But yeah, it's going to be battle of the running backs this game. Fred Jackson's pretty much going up against Forte here. And granted, you're Anthony, you are 3 out on running backs, which I think you do need to change, Ryan. Let's see who you got. Felix Jones, I don't think I think he'll be playing this week. I also think he had an extremely huge game last week. And with Detroit's defense, if you can find the hole, I think we'll have Felix Jones and Fred Jackson versus Chris Johnson and Forte, which I think Anthony's going to come out with the W there, which is unfortunate for you, Ryan. But with what are your predictions here?
First of all, Ryan, honestly, I love the Bears and I love Knox, but you really need to get rid of him. He's like the third string wide receiver right now. He's not going to do you much. I mean, quite literally, I think he got targeted maybe 4 or 5 times last week at most. He came up with a few really good catches, but a couple that were just bomb drops. Now, unless you're wanting to get some return points from him, that's the only other option for you there. I personally would try to get some other wide receiver somewhere. I
Well, and
mean,
that's what you were talking with the trade there. I think we were coming up with some trading with a
yeah,
wide receiver, and I told you frankly, to be honest, I mean I was personally looking at Fred Jackson, um, but because there's really no one off the top, I would probably possibly look at Felix Jones,
hmm
but
I know I have a few. I'm kind of stacked at wide receiver personally. Throw me an invite or throw me something, and we'll see what we can do.
yeah. But on top of that, I have Anthony coming up on top with it. I think this is where you're going to get your second win. I
Mm,
actually foresee Anthony doing quite well this week. I see him in the 129, 130s even. I think this is going to be your biggest week this week. Ryan, you'll probably be close to probably in the mid 100s, probably like a 110, 107. I think Rivers is going to struggle, even though they are playing Miami, which Miami's defense isn't fantastic, but Rivers has been struggling a lot these past couple weeks. And it seems like you have so many more options out there besides just Vincent Jackson. You have Floyd, which it's a shame, but he was so huge last year because Vincent Jackson was gone. Or what's his name, the tight end? Uh, Crap, San
um,
Diego's tight end.
uh, oh, I don't know.
Had 0 catches last week,
Yeah,
and he was proposed
yeah.
to do like 20. God, who is it? It's driving me nuts. Anyways, we'll figure it out.
Another
Um,
quick thing for you too, on Ryan's side of it, Percy Harvin. I don't expect him to do it nearly as much as he did last week. Just with Peterson really complaining about his carries, I think they're going to go back to that running game and really hit it hard.
Especially
Uh,
with Casey's defense, they're wretched. They're horrible.
yeah, so they're going to run all over him. So I don't really see Percy Harvey doing much. So I think Anthony's going to take this one pretty easily. I don't think it's going to be much of a contest for him.
Mm-mm. I completely agree there. All right, let's go back to. I think this is going to be this is my MVP game right here. They're the two best friends pretty much. Andy Adair and Mark Rantle. This is huge, huge, huge for both of you. Mark, you've just been absolutely stomping everyone. I think you're in the 400s already with points. You're absolutely annihilating everyone. Um, but this is a huge game for both of you guys. Unfortunately, I see Mark coming on top again. Vic, even though he's saying, I'll be back, I'm there, I still think he's listed
Hmm.
questionable just because
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Not a sprain is a sprain,
Hmm.
and the way he runs and the way he's throwing and the way he's complaining, I still, even against San Francisco, I still think he's not going to do as good, which sucks because I have Deshaun Jackson and he's been doing shit for me.
Hmm.
But also on top of that, I mean, you have both your running backs from San Diego, which San Diego hasn't been bringing in a whole lot. I think Tolbert's been decent.
Hmm.
He's been doing pretty
He's been
good.
doing all right.
There's so many other guys. Which, by the way, I applaud you for picking up David Nelson. I'm actually turning into a Bills fan myself. I find myself looking at the Bills um, more often. But I really, of course, I mean, who are you going to put in? LaDainian Tomlinson? There's really no one else you could put in. But I, you can't rely on San
Hmm.
Diego's running backs for the rest of the season. You really can't. I know you've been trying to get Rice, and you'll never get him. But I think Mark's going to blow you out again. I think with Vic hurt or struggling hurt, McCoy is going to blow up. McCoy's already been blowing up. Actually, he's the number one ranked running back right now. I forgot about him. Um, he's going to blow up for you. He's ranked two. That sucks. I could have sworn he was one.
Yeah.
But Rodgers, between Rodgers, Bradshaw, and McCoy, they are huge, 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 huge.
Yeah.
I don't think Welker's going to do as good because I think Oakland's defense will keep Welker on a tight leash. And I think Calvin Johnson was hurt last week. I think he
was hurt. He still played. He did fairly decent last week. But your next guy, Kenny Britt, out for the season.
Yep.
He's done.
He knows that. He does this on purpose.
Oh, very nice.
Mark, he did this to me last week. I don't know if you saw the video, but he put in all of his backups, knowing I was doing the video that week, so I couldn't project it.
No.
I spent 10 minutes of the video trying to figure out what the hell Mark was doing.
Yeah, nobody ever listens to you.
Yeah, that is true. No one really does. But the good thing about it is I don't care because I'm the commissioner and I can put up the videos and say and do whatever I want, and that's cool. So if I want to vote you off of this video, all I have to do is just turn it just like this, and we're good to go. So that's all we got to do. But anyways, Mark, even with Kenny Britt out for the season, there's really nothing you can do about it. But the good news for you is you take out Kenny Britt and move Welker up, and you got Best, you got Hightower. I mean, you have so many options there. So this is going to be another blowout.
Yeah, honestly, I think you could take your top four, Aaron Rodgers, Bradshaw, McCoy, and Johnson, and beat this game. You could probably win this
get
game
100 points with
with
just those four. Yep, I completely agree there. And it's going to be a blowout. You'll be in the 160s again. I think you were in the 180s last week. I'm actually kind of afraid to play you. I don't know what week I'm playing you, but I really am a little scared to play you. That will be the ultimate matchup there. But Mark's going to be a blowout. You'll be in the 150s, 160s. Adair, I think Vic's going to kill you, and I think the San Diego's players, actually all of them, even Jackson, they're going to just totally bring you down there. I'm thinking you'll be lucky if you get over 110, I think. I really do.
Honestly, I don't think that Aaron Rodgers is going to have as good of a game as they have projected here just because of one thing. They're playing Denver. They're not going to be needing to score 40 points. They're probably going to get to about 21, 27, somewhere there, 27-0. And then Aaron Rodgers is going to start handing it off the rest of the game.
Of course, they'll probably be 27-0 within the first quarter.
Yeah, but then there's just not going to be a whole lot of passing going on. They don't need to. They're playing the Broncos. And if you're a Broncos fan, I'm sorry, but you suck. You just do.
Who goes for it when you're like, what, 4th and goal? And you lose by the field goal.
It's like, oh, great, good job, dude.
As much as I hate Tebow, they definitely should use Tebow for red zone touchdowns. Definitely, I think. Give Cutler, God. Well, they're both worthless. Orton and Cutler are both worthless, and they love being on their back. So that's why I always mix them up. But I honestly think they should be using Tebow more for red zone stuff. Just keep him more in the game. Let him run that touchdown. Let him feel important because he does phenomenal in the red zone. But other than that, that's about it. But yeah, that's where I'm at with your guys. You got anything else for me?
And just to clarify that, Jay just did say that he liked having guys on their back. Just saying. He just did say that.
Don't be jealous. Colts lover. All right. So we got who else? Last but oh no, we still got 2 more. Jesus, 18 minutes we've done this. You talk a lot. This is more than usual. This is actually a pretty dang good game. Everyone has been like doubting Hogan. They didn't think he could do anything, and I honestly think he's been showing a lot lately. I was like biting my nails, barely beat him last week. So I mean, I will applaud you there. Keep your head up with that one, but I could possibly see you coming with another loss here. I really could. Just because I think Colts lover is fantastic with his running backs right now. He has one huge running back, and you got Brady, of course. As much as you love Stafford and Maurice Jones-Drew, I don't think Finley's going to have as good as a game as he did last week, which I'm actually really surprised he did have that good of a game. But Wayne did absolutely nothing, and McGahee, I think with no Sean Marino coming in, even though they're saying McGahee will still touch balls, touch balls.
Yeah, he likes that too.
I
Stay away from him.
I lost my train of thought. I got balls in the brain. Damn it! I'm married. I swear I'm married. I still
And
think.
I promise it's not a guy.
You gotta.
I've seen his wife.
You got it. What do you mean you seen it? Oh, okay. You got to do something here because you got Macklin, who's pretty much worthless. You got Lee Evans, who's definitely worthless. Kyle Orton, who's definitely just worthless.
Mark Sanchez going against Baltimore Ravens. That's worthless.
I would take Sanchez over Stafford, though.
No, I'd take Stafford
Would
first.
you?
Calvin Johnson. You got Calvin Johnson and Javad Best.
Doesn't
Those
matter.
two guys.
You do realize like Sanchez is like the top 5 quarterbacks right now. You do realize that?
I would.
Let's look.
Click on Matt Stafford right there.
Matt Stafford.
Yeah, click on
Right,
Stafford.
click on Stafford.
Stafford is ranked number 4 in the league.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay, now let's go on down to Mark Sanchez.
I think he's 6.
He's 8.
8. Whatever.
I will take Matt Stafford no matter what.
Really?
Yeah. Because he's got a lot of tools. The only thing you got to worry about is if they get after him, he's going to get hurt.
Well, yeah, that's true.
That's his problem.
But Stafford is actually kind of sore right now. He left the game a little hurt, didn't he? Here, yeah. He left the game with something. I remember that. Right forearm. So I mean, yeah, he's brilliant. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But I totally see Tom Brady throwing up another 40, 50
Jesus
points
Christ.
at least.
I say 40 just because Oakland. I don't think he'll go. I mean, he'll probably get his 4 TDs, but I think he'll probably have 2 or 3 interceptions.
No,
think he'll have 2 or 3
I honestly
there.
think last week was a bit of a fluke for him. Last year, he threw a total of 4 interceptions. Total of 4 interceptions the entire season.
You do realize we're doing like a whole episode this
I know.
week. I
This
love
is
it.
great.
This is fantastic. This is a freaking show. Anyways, sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, he had a total of 4 interceptions last year. And last week, he threw 4 interceptions. That's not going to happen very often. This is Tom Brady. He is a champion for a reason and a Pro Bowler for a reason. He's not going to be doing that very often.
Yeah, but Brady's a girl. Just like he says. Brady looks like a girl. He does. He looks
Yeah.
like a girl.
I
He
agree
really does.
entirely.
He is a girl.
Yes.
He cries like a girl.
But as Jay has already said, he would love to get him on his back.
No, that was color.
Oh, okay.
I'm all color.
Oh, okay.
I'm a color boy. But yeah, I see you do. And AJ Green did absolutely nothing for you last week. But I honestly think he'll do decent. Buffalo's defense isn't that good. Their offense has been the only one. If you really look, they've on their wins, they've been high scoring games, but their offense is what's kept them in. There've been barely wins, and eventually their luck's gonna run out. But I see you taking this. I really do. I think you'll probably be in the 120s. You'll probably be around there. Keep an eye on Hillis though. But I think you'll be in the 120s there, where Brady. I think actually they're pretty. I think they're projected around there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to end up probably 130, 140. Just as with Brady, I mean, come on, that's 50 points right there.
Luke, this isn't 6 inches. See, you're projecting way too high.
No,
You're projecting way too high.
No.
This is way too high.
We'll see.
Let's go on to the
We'll
game
see.
that matters here, okay? Let's go on to the game. Let's see. Mason, are you going to start Foster? No, you're not going to start Foster. Oh, my gosh. You poor guy. I don't even have a kicker. And I think I'm going to... You want me to go down?
Go to Foster. Click on Foster.
He is practicing. He's in full practice.
He's full practice now.
So,
he is fine.
But I still... I don't know.
I don't know. That's a gamble I personally might take.
I don't know. I don't know.
But the only
Antonio
issue
Gates!
is
That's who's the tight end. God.
Yeah.
Antonio Gates.
The only issue, though, with actually Arian Foster this week is they're playing Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh doesn't normally allow the run to really happen. I know they have a couple times this past this past few weeks, but I honestly think that they're going to be able to stop him pretty quickly.
We should probably take a commercial break here. We since we're doing a full episode here, we need a slight commercial break. Let's see. Let's do here we go. It's a commercial break.
Wow.
Hey, this is what got you on your back, don't lie. Alright, back from our commercial break. Alright, sorry, go ahead. Where were we at?
I don't know. I've completely lost my train of thought.
Was that awesome? Oh, by the way, I have Nate Washington and Decker, who I'm probably wanting to trade. Actually, I would probably trade Gonzalez, Decker, Washington, Adai, Green, and Jackson. Actually, pretty much all my bench I would probably trade for those who are needing trades. I will not... Ooh. He is not practicing. He's not practicing. He's not practicing. Shit. Damn it. I didn't even look.
Sore calf muscle. Peterson will be fine.
Oh, he's fine.
Let's see.
Steve Johnson. I know he's been, but he's always playing. He will always play.
It's not cool.
Doesn't matter. No, go click on the name or that. There you go.
His groin. He got kicked in the balls.
Ooh, balls.
And the other one, Johnson. Andre Johnson missed action because his knee was just a little bit sore.
You guys are a bunch of frickin' girls. You need
All
to
right.
play on Brady's team.
Yeah, they're all gonna play.
So
Yeah.
so Mason, the good news is you'll reach over 40 points this week, like you didn't do last week. That's the good news. The bad news is it doesn't matter how many points you get. I think I'm going to destroy you. Maybe not destroy.
Yeah.
What's better terms? Like,
I would say you're
Annihilate.
probably
That's
going to come out with around 100 points at most.
annihilate.
But whenever you have Rex Grossman as your quarterback, you're not going to do much.
He's not doing bad this year. If you really look, I mean, honestly, if you really look, he's been doing decent beginning.
No.
He did horrible last week.
15 points, come on.
Last week. We're talking last week.
I think a quarterback needs to be around the 30s, always.
Coming from the guy who picked up Brady, okay?
Yeah?
Just because you
'Cause
think
I'm in
you
the
have brackets.
50s.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
But
that's just the way it is.
But what are you thinking here? I think I'm going to strong.
Yeah, I think this
Should
is
I
not
even
going to
pick
be
up a
much of
kicker?
a game.
I shouldn't even pick up a kicker.
I wouldn't even worry
I
about it.
wouldn't even pick up a kicker.
You might even, sit your quarterback to make it a fair game.
I so should. I should sit my quarterback, my kicker, and defense, and I bet I still beat him.
Well,
Wouldn't
your
that be a
defense isn't
challenge?
doing much anyway.
Would that be a challenge? Tell you what. I will sit my kicker. I will not put in a kicker this week, just for shits and grins. And I think I still got you. I'm not going to sit a kicker. I might even debate about defense. I might sit my defense. But anyways, what else do we got?
I think that's
Do
it.
we got anything else that's oops, you need to scoot over. You're cutting off half your head.
No.
I that would be kind of cool. Dude, we almost did a 30-minute one. You do realize, like, everyone's going to watch this, like, the first 10 minutes, and
They're
they're
gonna be
like,
like, I can't
click.
stand these guys.
It's going to be freaking annoying. But, couple updates. I'm still looking for our trophy. I did go to Goodwill this week, and I really couldn't find anything. I found, like, some itty-bitty ones.
He's used to
That-
small, though.
That. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, I found some. But I'm this round. Some
He
itty bitty
dreams.
ones. I want to get like big ones. That for our dude. For our trophy.
Nice.
For the Shiva Bowl. And then I still haven't received any emails from people who wants names. What do you think's a good name? You started off. What's a good name for a Shiva Bowl? For our trophy. How about we call it The Gay Cutlers.
Well, that would be for you though, because
Or
you are so
Brady's
attractive.
ball sack.
That wouldn't be bad.
That's actually a pretty good one. Jessica Simpson's knockers.
No. I think our prospective wives, or my prospective wife and your wife, wouldn't like that one much.
We should call it. We could call it the confession trophy, since we just played the commercial break. That's what we should do. We're gonna do half-an-hour episodes every week.
No.
That's gonna be awesome. And I should have a new guest every week. So next week, I don't know, Andy. I bet you Andy will do it. Andy's gonna do it. So Andy, that's my challenge for you. We need to set up a time next week, and you will be the guest for the Hardcore League. Have we reached 30 minutes yet? Yes, we did. That is awesome. That is the longest freaking one. You know how long this is gonna be to upload on Facebook? This is gonna take like all freaking night. It took like 45 minutes for a 15-minute one.
Yeah, very nice.
That sucks. What other updates do we have? So send me. I like Brady's ball sacks. I like Brady's ball sack there. I like for a trophy.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Brady's ball sacks.
But yeah.
I'm holding Brady's ball sack. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That is cool. I won the
does.
Brady's ball sacks.
He does enjoy coddling.
I kissed Brady's ball sack.
Yeah.
I am cherishing Brady's ball sack. See, that's a good name. That is a good name. I'm adding it to the sheet. That's mine. You don't have yours. What's yours?
Will we ever see Peyton Manning?
No. And they said he's coming back in December, and he shouldn't. You know what I say about the Colts right there? I am a Manning follower to the bone. That is why I erased the Colts off my profile. But which your new name is going to be Colts Lover. And I'm going to laugh when the Bears lose to Carolina this week too. By the way.
Okay.
You need a name. We need a name.
Yeah. I'm thinking. What if we did something like,
Come on. We've
I don't know.
been holding them up
I don't
for
know.
30 minutes already. We could call it the I don't knows. The I don't know trophy.
Yeah.
I kissed I don't know. I held the I don't know. I like Brady's ball sack. I really do. That's a good one. I really do. I really do like it. Okay, but anyways, so I'll put up a new poll probably tonight. Make sure you vote on it. It's under the league thing. Thanks for all the votes. I think we only got 6, so I'd like to get all of them. I'd like to get everyone voting. Other than that, I think we pretty much wrapped it up.
Yeah, we need to get you guys going. Go back to work. Stop doing this while you're working. Now get out of here.
She got one on the way, so my confession. Man, I'm thrown and I don't know what to do. I guess I gotta give you part 2 of my
Yes, he totally had Britney Spears on his laptop.
It's the life.